Hello, it is I. Now, luxurious car features are typically found in, of course, luxury cars. Your Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Aston Martins, European cars that cost hundreds of thousands to buy. But a lot of these features are also found in your typical consumer car that you'd see every day on the road. Believe it or not, there are cheap cars out there with features that are found in multi-million pound hypercars. So here are 10 super cheap cars with very expensive features. Now, before getting into this video, let's try and hit 4,000 likes if you guys would like to see some real life car content on the channel, and seeing as over half of you guys watching have not subscribed, consider subscribing, seeing as we're trying to hit 200k by summer this year. Thank you very much. Now let's get to the first car on this list, which is the Skoda Superb. Now, Rolls-Royce cars are known for many things, from their exquisite ride quality to its self-leveling center caps, to the spirit of ecstasy, and more recently, the umbrella in the door. People see this feature and think it's the most luxurious thing ever seen in a car, but they probably don't know that it was inspired by the Skoda Superb. Yep, one of Rolls-Royce's trademark features originated from a family car made in the Czech Republic, and the fact that you can pick up a decent example Skoda Superb for around the same price as a damaged rear door of a Rolls-Royce Phantom really says a lot. Honestly though, who'd buy this? So if you want a Rolls-Royce Phantom but don't have Rolls-Royce money, get yourself a Skoda Superb. I mean, they are practically the same car, sort of. The Toyota Sera. Now, on the topic of doors, you may know that all McLaren road cars come with these doors. You may refer to them as butterfly doors, but the correct terminology is dihedral synchrohelic actuation doors. Yeah, I don't blame people for not using that term. Anyways, these doors are found on McLaren supercars worth hundreds of thousands of pounds, if not millions. But did you know that these door hinges weren't a McLaren exclusive feature? In fact, McLaren copied them from another car, but they didn't copy it from another European supercar manufacturer like Ferrari or Lamborghini. Nope, they copied it from an old Toyota called the Sera. And the Sera was in no way fast. I mean, it's a front-wheel drive car powered by a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder engine. But hey, at least it looked cool, and that's all that matters. Honestly though, I find it crazy how the doors of an old Toyota from the 90s is being used in every single McLaren road car, as well as the Ferrari Enzo, the Saleen S7, the BMW i8, the Rimac cars, and it's even become a bit of a household name too, with weird American rappers rapping about it. And these Seras are fairly cheap too. You could pick them up for roughly around 5 grand depending on how rare they are in your area. I mean, Marty from Mighty Car Mods picked one up for under 3 grand, which I think is a steal. So if you find one for cheap, you should definitely get it, as I can't really see them dropping down in value any further. The Mercedes S-Class. Now, if you know your cars, then you'd know that Mercedes are very innovative with their cars, especially their S-Class. I mean, it was the first ever car to get ABS, indicator stalks, seatbelt protectors, and a passenger airbag. And not only does the S-Class have features that are seen in modern cars of today, but it also has features that are only seen in luxury saloon cars like Rolls Royces or Bentleys. I mean, all S-Classes come with a voice-activated telephone, which is already a big flex, especially in the 90s. But you could also pick up one of these S-Classes spec'd with velour upholstery, a Bose stereo system, and of course a fridge like what Throttle found in their £1,000 S550.
Oh my god!
Has it got a fridge?
Oh my god! Oh my god, it's got a fridge!
I mean, people are out here spending hundreds if not thousands of pounds for a fridge, but they don't realise that they could just buy a luxurious Mercedes with a built-in fridge for less. So if you're looking to buy a fridge, a massaging sofa, or even a telephone, don't waste your money, just get yourself a used S-Class. Remember, you can drive a car but you can't drive fridges. The Toyota Prius. Now, have you ever seen videos of guys jacking up cars and stealing something from underneath it? And have you ever noticed that all these cars tend to be Priuses? So what's this precious part underneath a Prius which makes them so irresistible to be stolen in broad daylight? Well, it's the cats. No, not these sorts of hang on, that's the dog. I meant catalytic converters, the part of the exhaust that reduces emissions. These hybrids have special catalytic converters containing precious metals like palladium, platinum, and rhodium, making them very lucrative. I mean, thieves can steal these cats from hybrid cars and sell them for $200 per catalytic converter, which is just insane and a really quick way of earning money. I mean, I'm not condoning it, but if you ever find a Toyota Prius for around $200, buy it. Then you can sell the catalytic converter, get your money back, and you'd have a free Prius which sounds like a race car. So I see it as a win-win situation. The Peugeot 1007. If you told someone you have automatic doors on your car, they'd probably think you own an expensive luxury car like a Tesla Model X or a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Definitely not a little French hatchback. Well, don't let French cars deceive you, because in 2005, Peugeot released their 1007 with its iconic electric sliding doors. Yep, you can get yourself a car with electric doors for just around 2 grand. Granted, the doors are very slow and it may make you look handicapped whenever you step outside of the car, but But to be fair, electric doors are still a bit of a flex. And also another flex is that the 1007 is designed by Pininfarina. Yep, the Pininfarina. So don't let the Peugeot badge deceive you. The 1007 is packed full of expensive surprises. The Citroen C6, back to back with the French cars. Anyways, the Citroen C6 retailed for around £40,000 when new, but now you can find used examples in great condition for around £4,000. And because the C6 was a BMW 5 Series competitor made by Citroen, it was packed with so many gizmos and gadgets which were way ahead of its time. It had electric heated seats, a head-up display, concave rear window, pillarless doors, futuristic dials, a retractable spoiler, and the reason why it's on the video, hydro-pneumatic suspension. So what is hydro-pneumatic suspension? Well, I'm not good at explaining technical stuff, but basically it's a system that really improves the ride quality of a car. The C6 featured this suspension because it was the same system used in the old Citroen DS, and it's the same system used in Rolls-Royce cars. Yep, the ride quality and comfort that a Rolls-Royce gives you is what makes a Rolls-Royce a Rolls-Royce. So it's absolutely mental to know that you can buy a car with literally the exact same ride quality of a Rolls-Royce for 100th of the price. Bargain. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of French cars, especially from this era, but Citroen C6? Bargain, mate. The Volkswagen Corrado. Active aero in the 21st century is a luxury that's only ever seen on the greatest supercars and hypercars. However, in the 80s, any car that was deemed sporty most likely had active aero on it some way or another. And one of the most famous examples is of course the Volkswagen Corrado. It featured a retractable spoiler that automatically deployed over 75 miles per hour, which helped to stabilize the car at speed. This was a feature way ahead of its time, which is now featured on many cars of the future, including hypercars that are capable of going over 260 miles per hour. Think about that. A £5,000 Volkswagen with multi-million-pound hypercar technology. Oh yeah, and another cool / expensive feature of the Corrado is that the wing mirrors are the exact same ones found on the McLaren F1. Yep, not only does the F1 have the doors of a Toyota, but also the wing mirrors of a Volkswagen. So if you ever decide to buy a Corrado, you can list up the wing mirrors on eBay as McLaren F1 wing mirrors, and actually end up making profit on it. I mean, you probably won't, but it's worth a shot. The Gucci Fiat 500. In 2011, Fiat collaborated with Gucci and made this, a Fiat 500 Gucci edition. It retailed for around £15,000, but you can find used examples for around £5,000, which isn't too bad. I mean, some clothing products from Gucci cost more than £5,000, so that says a lot. Anyways, this Fiat 500 doesn't exactly have any expensive features, but it does wear multiple Gucci badges, seeing as it is a genuine Gucci product. And people would pay thousands to have any Gucci product, let alone a Gucci car. I mean, I can guarantee that if Fiat sold this car on the Gucci website or in Harrods, it would be impossible to get your hands on it. But it was sold through Fiat dealerships, meaning designer clothing fanatics probably have no idea that this car even exists. I mean, I bet Mr. Gucci Gang himself, Little Pump, doesn't even know that there's such thing as a Gucci edition car. Then again, he doesn't know simple math skills, so I don't expect him to know much anyways. The Renault Avantime. Now, large pillarless doors are something that you'd associate with expensive luxury coupes, like the Rolls-Royce Wraith. However, these pillarless doors have already been put on so many cheap cars already, but the coolest one of them all have to be the ones on the Renault Avantime. I mean, the name says it all. Avantime translates to ahead of time in French, which the car really is. The Avantime was put into production in 2001, back when the Rolls-Royce Wraith didn't exist, and when the 6 was the latest Rolls-Royce Phantom of the time. And look how amazing the doors of the Renault Avantime look, they are huge. Unfortunately, however, they aren't suicide doors like the one you'd find on a Wraith, but they do have this really cool hinge which I find amazing. It's so unnecessary that it makes it a million times cooler. In fact, I'd go as far as to think the doors on this 20-year-old Renault are fancier than the ones found on a Rolls-Royce Wraith. I mean, sure, they don't have the automatic door closing feature, but that's a pretty pointless feature anyways, and these hinges are way cooler than that feature. That's the end of the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you learned something new today, then consider subscribing. Like I said in the start, we're trying to hit 200k by summer this year, so make sure to join the family. Also, make sure to hit 4,000 likes if you'd like to see your boy make some real life car content. And I'll catch up with you guys very soon. Until next time, have a good one, guys. Stay safe, stay inside. Until next time, cheers.
My Spanish girl, playing FIFA, Mass Tequila, see Senorita. WhatsApp only, I'm overseas, I'm in Beverly Hills, I might phone Janine.